Welcome everybody, I'm Jabby Koei doing this one solo. We're looking at Evil Dead Rise, the official trailer. This is the Red Band trailer. However, in the interest of being able to play nice with YouTube, you might see some, I don't know what's involved in this trailer. So I don't know if I'm gonna blur anything or, black out anything, but just as a heads up, I might do that. You've probably already seen the trailer. I mean, not only has it been out, but lots of reactions have gone out. I'm late just because I was out of town doing this now. Thanks so much for joining. Please do me a big favor. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. By the by, fun fact, I'm a Sam Raimi fan, but not like of the Evil Dead series as much. I have watched Evil Dead, I've watched Army of Darkness. It's his other movies, the lesser known ones, like Spider-Man. But in all seriousness, there's a movie called A Simple Plan. If you guys have never seen it, you should definitely check it out with Bill Paxton and Billy Bob Thornton. It's a really, really, really good movie. I know that Sam Raimi is not part of this. It being Evil Dead reminded me of Sam Raimi, so I thought I'd share that. Anyway, let's jump into this. Here we go. Strong, bloody horror, violence, and gore. Just making some eggs.
What's up, sis?
I had the most beautiful dream.
It was the perfect day. And all I could think about was how much I wanted to cut you all open and then climb inside your bodies. So that we could stay one happy family.
Ew.
When I was just
I know that is totally not relevant to this at all, but it just reminds me of the Bear Jew for some reason. From Inglourious Bastards.
What is this, Danny? I found it.
What will I be?
Oh, Lord.
Will I be pretty?
Oh my goodness. I don't know why that looks off, but it does. It's just a lady squatting in the corner, no big deal. No big deal at all. Oh, God!
Now,
Go away.
that looks so good, Mom. Nothing a big old kiss from you won't fix.
Ew. Oh, what? God, why, God?
You'd be a good mom someday, honey pie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you know how to lie to kids.
Okay. Red rum.
Mom?
Mommy's with the maggots now.
Ew. Definitely creepy. Okay. Let's all have fun now. Wow. Okay. Just so y'all know, full disclosure, I am not like a horror guy. I'm sure if you've watched enough of my videos, you've probably heard me say that. I don't elect to watch horror movies, out the gate. If there's options, I'm gonna choose the movie with the puppies more than the horror movie. You know what I'm saying? The only reason I would ever choose to watch a horror film today is if I'm going on a date with someone new and I want them to grab my arm, assuming that they're into that kind of thing. Being objective though, about horror films in general and the genre, I thought that was really good. I've seen a lot of horror trailers and they usually don't move me very much. If you've seen reactions in the past on this channel with myself and ACHARA KIRK, I'm probably have more of a stoic face while I'm just sort of studying it. This was making me uncomfortable, even though I don't really have the full context or a reason to be. I think just the imagery is just like unsettling. And so they did a good job in that regard. It worked on a dude who's not into horror. Maybe it's the fact that I don't watch horror that's why it has an effect on me. Because I know that there are people who are just like horror aficionados, like fanatics, and it's like they're dead inside. They see that stuff, they're like, okay, all right. It's like comedy writers, listening to comedy writers talking about writing comedy. When they study, comedy, they're not laughing as they make the jokes. They're like, okay, that would be funny. Yeah, that would be funny. That would be funny. I'm wondering how people who watch horror films all the time feel about this kind of thing. Is it simply entertaining and it's not scary at all? Or does it still like give you a jolt? Does it still give you those jump scares? Because I mean, it was making me uncomfortable, as you probably saw a little bit. And moreover, how does this hold up for those of you guys who are like hardcore, devout fans of the Evil Dead series and Army of Darkness and all that stuff? I know it's kind of a trope, but when the mom or whatever, lady came out the tub and was like all over the ceiling and stuff like that, I thought that the movement, the physicality of that stunt person or actress was really, really good. With the flexibility and all that stuff and the wire work and the makeup, it all came together to just scare the fuck out of me. It was like gross. It was just, one thing that bothers me with this stuff, with horror films in general, when you have a character who does something that just seems wildly unrealistic. If I, as a 6-year-old, or however old that little girl was, saw my mom through a peephole and she looked wrong, she looked sideways, like she looked just downright awful, like the way the lady did here. And she's like, a little kiss will fix it. I'm like, I'm not opening that door. Something's wrong. I feel like my instincts, my survival instincts would say, no, hell to the no. And she opened the door and let her mom in. It's like, why would you can feel it. Your human survival instincts would tell you, don't do that. Then again, maybe there's a lot of children who would do it because they need their parents. I don't know. There's probably some kind of justification out there. Carl Jung probably, That being said, for this being a Red Band trailer, I was actually expecting it to go worse than it did. It did enough that it made me uncomfortable. The best phrase I can come up with just at the drop of a hat is gore porn. While it was violent, it didn't feel... I don't know if this even makes sense to say, but it didn't feel gratuitous, even though that was the focus, or at least a strong part of the focus was the violence, but it was all done to an effect, if that makes sense. Sure, like it's a preview. It indicates like some of what you're gonna see. It could be far worse in the actual film. For some reason, I was expecting it to go way, way worse, but maybe that's a YouTube thing, and so Red Band doesn't mean what Red Band meant 10 years ago or whatever. Even though it's a Red Band trailer, they have to be careful with what they show. It seems like it's balanced, I can enjoy a horror film if it feels balanced. If it just feels like it's just gratuitous, then I check out, and it's like, I just get desensitized. For the moment, I'm like, all right, when is this over? Like a conversation with your girlfriend's parents. I think that there are certain things that kind of inherently make us all really just twist up. One of those things is like stuff dealing with the eye. Anytime you deal with the eye, it's just, like, remember Mission Impossible 2? I know that's not a horror movie, but in Mission Impossible 2, when the knife came down and almost got Tom Cruise's eye, it's just like, you start rubbing your own eye. You're like, God damn it, why? With horror movies, it's like they take it a step further because they've got the effects and all that, where they're actually like kind of messing with it. Yeah. Anyway, I enjoyed this for what it is. I don't know that I would run out and watch it because I'm not a horror person, but if I had a date, Jabby's available to go on a date with a certain lucky lady. What am I saying? All right, peace out.